Good afternoon, good morning. My name's Nori. I am coming to you live from the Digital Engineering Server. This is our mess. So, we've had a rash of new people tuning in, which I'm thankful for. It's nice to have people to talk to. And because of the new people coming in, I have found that my normal evening stream sessions are not ideal for some of the people that were coming in and checking out the stream. So I thought for this morning, we would try starting up a little early. It's early for me. It's probably more like early afternoon for some people. Hi, Luz. Welcome. How are you? Doing good. Streaming a little early for me, but I've been making a lot of new friends that are in slightly different time zones, so just trying to get out there a little earlier for them. So the plantation is still in progress. We can see that over there. That's coming up nicely. There's the builder. Llama guys. And these people never have anything worth the trouble. Okay, that might actually be worth, but I don't think I have metal scraps for that. Let's go see. I don't think I do, actually. In fact, I'm fairly certain I don't. That would be in my bags. Not that one, not that one. Hey, good luck. Welcome. You're welcome to come back. We'll be here for the next couple hours. So, look forward to seeing you again. Let's see. Where is... all of this stuff in my bags? I need to start organizing things. It's just what needs to happen. I just carry around far too much junk and zero organization. So, I actually have the metal scraps the guy wants. Let's go get some emeralds. Oodalai. Goody. They actually had something worth trading for, and I actually have all the stuff necessary for them. That is a wonderful little tool. Absolutely wonderful. So if anybody does any Tetra work, it's a nice way to remove material when you're trying to do some clean out. So I will happily take that. Let's see about picking some of this up. So 1, 2, 3. I know I'm not doing a very good job of organizing my inventory. I suppose that's why some people use Joker boxes. That would be useful. You could color code everything. I'm not giving you stuff that you should have already. The nice thing about the plantation is it gives us a guy who will take care of growing his own paper products.
I serve with pleasure.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
get to build it again. I get to build it again.
Oh. Is that how you go about doing that? Well, that's interesting. Let's see what happens. If he starts planting cactus, then... yeah, we'll figure that one out. Back to what we were doing. Fly like Superman. Alright. You didn't actually grow any wood. Oh, I guess you did. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's not a... we're actually planning on a 1-tick pulse to cause that thing to update like it needs to. So this is going to be fun. Do I have... I've got to have something of interest somewhere. Yeah, no. Nope. Put it on the back of that. Or one of these shulkers. Oh, yeah. We can't forget. We got to go downstairs and see about putting in our rail system. We've gotten to a point now where we can. Got all the ladders and whatnot put in. That'll work. That will work. So we pick that. Oh, it's a single-headed tool. Yeah, shovel. Shovel. I don't read very well. Oh, one of the kids grew up. There we go. Hi, Glass. What's going on, buddy? All right, we now have our Earth Piercer. How is it going, my friend? Yeah, I decided I would try and get out here a little earlier to see if I could catch up with you guys. Normally I'm so late in the evening, I feel kind of bad about the whole thing. So, what we got going on? Oak shelf. Yeah, they'll figure that out. They will figure that out. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. We need to go somewhere. I'm doing good. I am still a little early, so I'm still working on my first cup of coffee, but I'm doing good. But I know I talk to you like so late in the evening. You're falling asleep, and I'm still going, so. Oh, I really like the way the wall turned out. The wall turned out nicely over here. And it actually does a very good job of keeping the hordes of invaders out. We are in the process of improving our couriers' movement capabilities. Well, I thought that would work out well if I actually started a little earlier today. We could have some real conversations. So, find my bag with railroad tracks. That goes back in here. So we got the research done for these guys to actually use railroad tracks, which will improve the speed at which they move around. What I don't know is whether or not they actually need powered rails in their railroad tracks. So we're going to put some down and figure out. I think we'll start with just normal rails. See how far that gets us. Good. Nice. So I got the timing right then. Yeah, I think it's for me to hit your guys' morning. It's going to be I will have to stay up well into the evening here, and so I don't think that's really good timing for me. But I think this works out well because I can still drink my morning coffee. We can have a nice conversation. I can start my day off fun and get to actually interact more with some of you guys. Just laying some track. That was not what I wanted to happen there. I guess we'll just leave it like that. It'll be fine. I have to go make some more track. I don't think I've got enough to go all the way around this place. We'll see. We'll see. But we went and did the research, so that allows the people to actually use their railroad system. Now, what I don't know is if they use the railroad system on its own, and then it's fine to not put powered rails in place, or if you actually have to have powered rails for them to want to use the railroad system. So we're going to conduct a few experiments today, and that we're going to put these railroad tracks in place, and we'll leave them unpowered and see who uses them. But it should give them a speed boost, so people should get around more. And then if this works out well, then what we'll do is we'll lay in a whole subway system underneath this entire colony. And then we'll see what people do with it. Oops. That's the plan anyways. I kind of thought it would be fun to have, because, hey, they don't need, look at that. Look at that. That's exciting. That means we can move beyond just a simple rail system that is contained here. Because if they'll start using that, then we can run the rail system to every one of these buildings. And then our people should make better use of that for moving back and forth between places. Yeah, we're starting to get iron guards now. Where'd I put my... there you are. if this works well, then what we'll see is we'll start seeing a lot of people going up and down these little trap doors that we put. This especially on the interior side. We should see guys going in and out and riding the rails. Those are guards. I think he cooks. I think he's based out there. Oh, Carson, you were supposed to take the train. Now, maybe he's close enough. So I'm still working on the wall. I haven't. It's still here. I've been firing off the schematic cannon. I haven't laid out any more. I've got to gather up some more materials to lay it down. But I've been trying to figure out. So this is a fairly two-dimensional wall. It's not much. And so I wanted to do some more decorations. So this is kind of like the meat of the wall. But I'm thinking like maybe stairs or some kind of decoration point. Because I like the way that the wall over here looks. And while I don't want to do the same kind of... Ow. Right to that wall. I don't want to do the same kind of design here because I want there to definitely be a difference between the stuff that is made by... so that wall is actually made by the builders. And then this wall is my own wall. So I kind of want to have a separation between the two just so you can look at it and go, okay, yeah, that one was done by the mine colonies. It was definitely very put in there by the mine colonies. This one we put in ourselves. And so that has a little bit more meaning to us. That, and I don't have to worry about the builders getting stuck trying to get up here and put the wall in. Because they get stuck in weird places. So yeah, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do more decoration wise. So this is like the main portion of the wall. I was thinking about doing some... Have any on me? I think I do. It's just a matter of remembering where. It should be that crate. Yep. So we got some spruce logs. So it's one of those, I think if we did something like what we're seeing, like something funny. So maybe we do some wood. And then we stretch out the wall a little further. I got some stone. And so we kind of cap it. And then that gives us a nice walkway and whatnot that we can do up here. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what more I want to do to it. Functionally wise, the wall does everything I wanted it to do and more so. And a lot of this wall is here purely for defensive purposes because when you get a mine colony, it gets attacked. And so this prevents them from getting into your colonists, so it works out well. It's not a bad wall for just something I was playing around with design-wise. Man, this thing is brutal. Everything on her son. I think I know why I was stopping, because I was reaching a corner point. That's the reason why. I hadn't figured out what I wanted to do for the corner down the way. That would explain. So why did I stop again? I thought it was more for resources, but I guess not. I guess I just stopped because I was missing and figured out what I wanted to do for a corner. I think I'll just butt them right up next to each other. So let's get this thing to rotate. Oops. There we go. There we go. Stick it right in place. Yeah, I think that still will work well. But I still have been like really tickled to death over the range of this cannon over here. Just, don't have to do much. Just stick it in and and it just rains blocks all the way to the other side. You can watch them just fly. Yeah. And we get a lot of solar cycles like that. Yeah, I think one of the plans is run this all the way down to the end there, just to see if... I think that would be funny to see the cannon just shooting over top of the mountain, especially to get those last couple of lines down there. Be like trick shots with a cannon. But no, we're still working on it. It's on the project list. There's a lot of things on the project list. But I think that's about par for the course, I suspect. I've already done tier 2 over here. And we still have to do... So once this wall is done here, there's still another wall to put in on the backside over there by the house, by the modern mansion. Just to really seal up and complete the fortifications of the town. I mean, we kind of wanted to go all the way around. I don't want to go all the way around the town and give it some real fortifications. I am just going to facepalm everything this morning. But during the day, it's so much... Like I said, it's just fun to watch this thing just fire these things all the way across the way. And it's kind of actually really satisfying a little bit just to watch it come up on its own. The cannon definitely builds from the ground up. I've not seen it do anything any different. I suppose that works out really well in case you have gravity blocks. They don't just slide all over the place on you. So, yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. We also have been... Oh, and I don't know if you've been watching. Well, I know you haven't been watching. I'm sorry. But we started playing around with actually building our own little mini game area. And so we came up with a design with which to use the potato cannons as the weapon of choice. This is one of the reload stations. The idea is to have a delay on the reload. Now, I have plans to have a collection system so that the potato spits out and gets picked up by a collection system and pulled back in. The idea being is that if you triggered the reload, you need to hurry up and get to the reload in order to collect your bullets. Everybody would have a limited supply. And then over here, we're building... It's a little easier to see it on the mini map. So this is a cobblestone little mini maze. And so this is going to be like a deathmatch arena area over here. So we'll have some sand dunes to go up. So you have some heights. There's some gravelly area over here. We'll do some dirt mounds, flat spaces covered in grass, which we've got the grass growing now. But yeah, so the idea being is that, you come out here with the potato cannons and then it's 2v2, 1v1, whatever, and you go at it. Everybody has so many potato bullets. Maybe somewhere inside the maze here, we put another reload system, but the reload system gives you poisonous potatoes, so it's like having a super potato gun. And then I was thinking in various portions, we would also use dispensers and fireworks for traps. And maybe even hand out a crossbow with loaded fireworks as sort of like a rocket launcher. So just to make the whole thing interesting. And then this cobblestone area is a maze inside the area over here, and this is more so that you can do things like run in here and set up little blind spot. But these aren't high enough. These are going to be, I'm thinking I'll make it like a 3 high in here, just so you're not bonking your head. But I really wanted this to feel like an enclosed space. That way, when you poke your head around the corner, it's actually meaningful to want to look around the corner and make certain that there's not somebody there. Trying to really just give you the impression of yeah, just real clutch seat moments, that sort of thing. I think it'd be fun. I think it works well. Yep. Shale needs some help. Let's go help her take care of her. She's being attacked. Let's see where they're coming from. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I see. She's northeast. Maybe this way somewhere. Yeah, just a matter of trying to find. So there's like 4 of us that play on the server right now, so it's never going to be any like real exciting. There they are. Wow, these guys hide all over the place. Oh, get out of my... Ow. I think we got them all. We'll send a repair bill to Shale later. Oops, that's the wrong spell. But yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it would be... I also want to put like a capture the flag area over there on one of the other sides. And maybe even go so far as to do like a King of the Hill and do like a mountain area so that you can have points where you're shoving people off. And so maybe we have a different set of weapons over there that have more knockback, less damage. And so the idea is just to control the top of the point. But then there's a whole point scoring system. So I'm thinking standing on a couple of pressure plates as a mechanism for tracking score. But then we would need a way to have people, quote unquote, check in. Post box, stash box. We want to have a way for people to check in when they get to the top of the mountain so that they start collecting points. So there's still some plans in the works there. I think maybe we'll do like shovels or something for weapons for the King of the Hill. But so that's what this walking path right here is my attempt to try and separate out the zones, as it were. Now we are doing this over the ocean just because it's easier to deal with. And by easier to deal with, I mean if I need more land, we've gone far enough into Botania that we have our rod of terra firma. And so we create the land that we need. So that makes it nice and easy. Just make dirt appear, and then you go from there. And by doing it over the ocean, if I need to build underneath to put redstone contraptions in or whatnot underneath the game areas, it's just water. And so we've got sponges and whatnot, so it's just a little bit of water drain versus having to dig out a whole lot of stuff. And that was my compromise to that. I thought that would make life easy. So, you know, on the project list of things to do. The other things that are on the project list of things to do is we've decided to not store all of the magical achievement stuff. So there are there's the psi spells that I've pretty much using right now, which exists here. I view this as more like futuristic magic. So and this is really only like 2 blocks for it. So it doesn't bother me to store that here. But Botania requires a whole lot. And this one actually has Mythic Botania in it, which allows for, looks like, according to some of my readings, allows you to actually go to the land of the Elven, go to Alfheim. Which means that we are going to need a big area to do a lot of Botania work. And then I was also looking, and there is blood magic in here, and so that's going to have a lot of, that needs its own area. And so what we've done is we've decided, I got a waypoint on the map here. There's also astral sorcery. So over here, we've decided, I was flying around looking, astral sorcery kind of has to be done here in the overworld. So I've slated this area over here for where I'm going to build like a big castle, so to speak. That will be all astral sorcery stuff. And then there's a spot in the nether that we picked out that is also going to be a castle. So there, let's stick our head in here real quick. So because blood magic is a thing in this one, I figured it would make sense to do blood magic here in the nether. And so there's this big lava lake right over here that we're going to... Why do I hear a gas? Oh, that's because there is one. Don't have... Why is there a gas over there? I'd really rather the gas not blow up my portal again. Anyways, yeah, so over that way. Yeah, we're gonna put a castle, like I said, right in the middle of this lava lake, and then we'll make it a huge castle, and then we'll do our blood magic stuff there, because I've done blood magic before, and the altar that it requires is a fairly large altar, so it's going to require a very big castle there. And then what I've been trying to figure out though is, I think because we're in the nether, we'll use just because I'm being weird at this point. So we'll make an overworld castle in the nether, and then we'll make I think we'll actually go and collect a bunch of stuff from the nether to build the Botania castle in the Everdawn. And then we'll take a bunch of stuff from the Everdawn and we'll use that to build the castle, probably build the Astral Sorcerer castle. And so we're just going to like transpose different dimensions into different places, and then repurpose the castles that we build from them to do other things. That was my thought process. I thought it would be interesting to have in the nether. It works really well just because the gas can't blow up overworld blocks. So that's really more for protection than anything else. The other places, I just think it would be interesting just to see this castle that it just appears out of nowhere. that's the thought, anyways, at this point. But this is not anything that's going to happen today. This is probably the game plan is we'll run this mod pack as long as it stays stable, probably till sometime next year. And so between now and next year, I hope to get all the way through Blood Magic, Astral Sorcery, Botania, because I really want to go visit Elfheim. I think Eidolon's also in here, so we might dabble a little bit with that. But just kind of want to build the castles and get the progression of those different magical schools done and over with. Just to say that I've actually followed them all the way out to completion in one. Yeah, one in the Everdawn. Yep. I haven't actually. There's a couple of spots I actually had picked out. Yeah, because we were going to, because Botania doesn't actually have any like real solid restrictions as to where it gets done at, so we can move Botania over here to the Everdawn, kind of like the big purpley area. So we go through here, and they had some really like wild places out here. Let's see, I think there was actually a couple mountainy areas. Yeah, back over this way. I'm just flying all over the place right now. But yeah, they had these like really huge cliff faces and whatnot. These mountains areas. I was like, how cool would that be just to have a flying castle right in the middle of one of these like amplified terrain sort of areas? Yeah. I'm like, it would be like absolutely wild just to have a floating castle just hanging out right out here. And so I think most of those we found is going to be over that way somewhere. I'm going in the wrong direction. Let's go this way. But yeah, there was this one spot we found. I think this is it actually, because it wasn't very far from the portal. No. Maybe? No, this wasn't it. Had to be down over here somewhere. Let's go. Fly out over here. But yeah, they had these really like wild amplified terrain sort of mountain areas, and there was this one that we ran across. I think this was it. Oh yes, this is. Look at this thing. It's just this monstrous terrain, and you fly down here in the center of it, and it's just opened up. It's like, hey, here's the perfect hole. Come build floating castle. And you're just like, how cool is that? Like just right here in the center of all of this. It could be an awesome view. You're like, yep. Just right in the middle of all of this. Yeah, in fact, I think this is the spot I was looking for. Now. Yeah, it's just, I just think to me, this just screams castle right here in this area. Huge castle. Yeah. And it just, it does. It just kind of screams, put a big castle out here. There's a little waterfall. We can actually extend that waterfall, make it a little bigger, add some more, maybe over on one of the other sides, we bring some lava in here. So there's a lava flow, and then we have a water flow on the other side. And then the castle is just kind of floating in the middle. And maybe it helps to contribute to a lava pool or something we put down in here. Just, to me, it just like, that would be fantastic. In fact, I should mark this so I don't lose it again. So yeah, we'll put that in here. And so this now gives us, so we basically have places where we can go to work on those specific magic areas that will have large, expansive terrains to handle whatever buildings. Because like Astral Sorcery's got a couple of builds that you have to do that are like huge. They're flat, they're two-dimensional, they kind of suck. But you need them to progress through the Astral Sorcery line. So the idea being for that is we'll give it walls of a castle and whatnot because it still has to see the night sky, unfortunately. But we can put castle walls around it and at least make it look a little pretty. And I'm okay with that. Oh, what a landing. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Oh, I hate when it does that. It's the only thing I do not like about this Everdark is the portal doesn't align itself correctly. I don't know why it doesn't. It never aligns itself correctly. So it breaks my existing portal. I put in a new one. Let's see. I believe yep, that one right there. Now we just fix it back up again. But this won't actually be a problem for too much longer because I'll put a waystone and just spend the levels to go back and forth. It'll be fine. Just because I'd rather do that and have that thing continue to just rip up the side of the mountain. Goes up there. Yes. I hear you guys. Grumble, grumble, grumble. That's all they do is complain. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. And so over the next year, we'll start putting. I'm really kind of excited about the Everdawn Castle. I think I may end up starting with that one first, just because that has like the best area as far as looks goes. The Astral Sorcery one isn't too bad. That one's over this way. Take a quick flight over here. It's a little ways out here. Now we intentionally limit the size of the world just to, especially with these mod packs, just to help with lag and generation. Because one of the first things we do is when we generate the world, we actually do the full forge generate everything. It helps with lag. But this is the area where we're going to put in the Astral Sorcery stuff. So we'll end up flattening out a lot of this just because it needs to see the sky. And like I said, one of the builds is like a 19 by 19 square. It's just a square. You sit on the ground. It's very annoying. So we'll build it in here. And then we'll just wall this place in. It's not a bad looking place. It's got some character to it. But this is where I'm like, yeah, I don't care. This will work. It's close enough. It satisfies all the requirements, so it's good enough. The Nether Castle will prove to be interesting just because it's in the Nether. There will be gas spawns around us, and I think it adds an air of excitement and whatnot, so it should be fun. We'll just... At this point, it's a matter of now we need to figure out what we want the walls to look like and everything else, and how do we want to build the stuff. What is that? A village on... Yeah, there's literally a village on top of a mountain. Okay. Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. Yeah, a bunch of little kids. We have to come back. And oh, look, it's Shale's place. Her colony has gotten like massive. Now she's been doing the Asian build in a lot of hers, and so she gets a lot of these peaks like this, the thatched roof and whatnot. It's got a very Asian-y vibe to it. Looks cool. Looks really nice. But I've seen some of the resource requirements to do some of these buildings, and more power to her. I don't have the patience for it. That would be funny. We should do an episode where we stalk the shale. I think that would be funny. But yeah, so those are like a lot of the long-term goals at this point. I think when we get done, we'll have some really interesting areas to go visit and look at. We'll get to do a lot of different design aspects. Like I said, I like building castles. That's probably the big thing that I do majority of the time is build castles. In fact, this is a start of a tower over here. I got some more work to do on that. Yeah, exactly. We just bring in other elements. It's just going to be absolutely fabulous when we get down to it. And it's a castle in the Nether, and why not? Yeah, redwood. I was thinking actually, we could do redwood. There's some rather interesting wood sets in this one, so let's go to the warehouse real quick, because there was some really interesting woods I saw that I've got our lumberjack he's cutting up for us. And it may not be here. I may actually have to go to Twilight Highlands and farm them up, but in fact, I suspect that I will. Some dark oak, spruce. Oh, I know where I've got some of that at. Up. It is this way. Out this door. So we've got some of these Moreto logs that I thought were pretty cool looking. So they would give us a nice red vibe. They strip nicely. I actually really like that look. And so I think it's like a cross beam in there with like stone around it, or maybe even living wood bricks. Ooh, that's something to check out. See, now I'm in castle mode. I just want to go build a castle now. It's terrible. Some living wood too. Actually gonna have to go and build myself a gas farm just to test out, get a gas so that we can have it shoot, and just make certain that some of this stuff won't just like fall apart. That's not too terribly bad, I think. I don't know. The Moreto plank. No, I'm not a really big fan of the Moreto plank, unfortunately, because it loses something. It doesn't look as nice as the sculpted log does. So it loses a little something in translation. I think. Now that would give me some nice offsets there. At least design wise. I wonder. Yeah, no, it doesn't strip. But yeah, the plank just doesn't work so well. And that's really a wild contrast. I think that's just a little too much. Yeah, I guess we could call it brick. I actually like this a lot better because this gives more of like a fiery peel to it. So we could do that. And is it dark oak? No, there's another log in here. Maybe it's the wisteria. I don't know. Let's see. I got more Moreto logs. I don't want birch. Oh, there we go. That might actually be the missing ingredient there. I'll go play with that in a second. Oh yes, the Tenemons. Those are the other ones that were really interesting. And I think I got some of the logs for that one over here. There's wisteria. And yep, there's not quite what I was going for. There's wisteria. So this one's actually a really interesting tree because this one comes out of the end. That gives us a nice, really bright white to go. I need a stone to actually go with this. Yeah, I'd actually planned on not using any kind of nether anything in the netherwood base. So I wanted that really like all overworld or N or stuff from the Twilight Highlands or things like that. I really wanted the blocks to be completely out of place. So this, I like this, the Moreto, because this gives us a way to still give it that really nethery sort of feel with fire. But I gotta find something to match with that. I don't know. I don't want to do purple blocks. I need some kind of like a rock, a brick. Oh, that's right. I grabbed. Where's that? Oh, no. No. Oh, it's like literally sitting right next to it. Now that would work. I think that almost works well. So we brick that. We can polish it. I want to polish it. We can brick it, but it's polished brick. Really? I have to have polished brick for that? I don't like them polished. Polished always screws with things a little. You know? We're just playing right now, so that'll be fine. Go to our... Let's grab a couple of these. So yeah, that's the white stone brick is not too bad. That's living stone, so that's out of the Britannia series. So that would really definitely be a difference. We could also do concrete, but I actually think I want something textured. I don't want just a plain flat concrete. Now we could do jasper. I think I actually like that a little. That would give us maybe flooring in jasper. Let's do this real quick. So let's say we do a floor. Maybe a little. So that would be the floor. That would be our general whatever. Come off of that. And then a wall. Let's go get some more. I'm thinking. Just, that's what I wanted. Is that polished brick? Can't do anything with that. Let's grab another one of those. We'll do a 3-wide hallway off from this. We got the logs for the crossbeam to walk through. And then let's grab a couple more of these. And let's see what we're working with here. I want something to offset all of this red. I just don't know that white's going to be it. I may try something a little different. But for right now, all right, so we get our 3 wide. Here would be our brick. So let's assume this is going to be like a hallway we would walk through. This is fine. So we'll do a 3 wide. 1, 2. On a nice tall. And I want the log to run this way. So we end up with something that looks like this. Maybe like a gateway, doorway almost. So I'm not stuck with that white at this point. I need something different for that. That I like. That I think looks good. Maybe some stairs instead right here. Oh, or stone stairs. Yes, stairs. Come on. Get me in here. No. Here's the Asper. No, that's just regular stairs. Yeah. You could do something like that. Small red houses. Yeah. Now that almost works really nicely, I think, for a hallway. We can extend that up. See, this I like, but this needs something to offset it. It's just a little too much red in one spot. We need something a little, I don't know, maybe green. Green might work. I wonder if they... Let's see what we can find in green. Maybe? You could do some... Oh, that would be an interesting site. I actually think I might like that. Stone cutting to get that? Let's go grab ourselves some rocks. Overgrown dolomite. Wow, they can overgrown everything. I guess some... The andesite? One of these are going to be a good choice. I'm thinking I may actually be diorite that we end up using for this. Just might. Really would like something to offset this coloring a little. So let's see. Now that helps it not be like one solid color. I just don't know if I like. So that's the andesite. I don't think that's. Well, I think I like the andesite better than I do the diorite, which is good. How about the granite? I think we should mix the granite and the andesite. I think that might actually help to break this up a little. So we do something like this. I don't know, probably not. This is probably a really bad idea. Yeah, because they're different block designs. I'm seeing it now. Of course, I think I just put up diorite, and I already decided I wasn't doing diorite. No, they would be the same block design at that point. So we could mix them around. But I like the green because the green does actually help break up that red a little bit. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I think we'll use the green for the astral sorcery, the diorite. I don't know which one to use here, andesite or I like the green. The green actually does break this up really nice and well. It would also give it that really nice textured weathered look in the nether. Like it's been a castle that's been there for ages. So that will also do well to help tell the story. I think we're just going to end up doing it with the andesite. I don't think I'm going to use the... Maybe we'll take the... Yeah, that was my thought. It's just a little too much red. It's just a little too much red. We really do need that green to really break this up. And I think I have to agree. I think the andesite really does a nice job of that. I've got to just flatten this out and get in my way. So yeah, we can break up some of this jasper pavement. I think we'll definitely use this paving here. And maybe we don't even need those bricks at this point. Put some of that out. This will make life easier if it's just... Then we can, let's say this is going to take a turn. Whatever. Minecraft players can't jump. It definitely needs to be a wall. Can't use it for a floor because there's nothing on top of it. And you lose that green to it. So those are definitely always going to be walls, not a floor. All right. Well, that answers that. So we need another block for the floor. That gives us the walls. We're going to need something else for the floor. Let's see. Some other block palette for the floor. What can we find? I really just... We need another green block for the floor. Oh, we could do it out of terracotta. Could do mossy stone brick. I like that terracotta though. That really looks good. Okay, so we can just take that straight from green terracotta. Let's go make some terracotta really quick. I think I like that. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like. Oops, that's way too much. I don't want to make all that much terracotta. Definitely don't want all that much. We are going to need some green dye. I think I've got some cactus. Yeah, I've got some cactus downstairs. So let's do this real quick. All right, you cook. We'll go grab some cactus real quick. What is that? That would be a pain in the neck to go get, but I think that's actually going to make a... I think that might actually make it well worth the trouble. That's gonna suck. I think it's cactus this way. If it's not, it's the fire, and I'm gonna lose that piece of cactus. It's not that way. It is going to be fire, which is fine. And you can tell by the particle effects on it. See, that indicates it's doing the right thing. All right, anytime now. Yeah, I really kind of want to just save the Everdawn Castle for the very last, just because that's the one I'm probably most excited about. Which means I will probably spend a whole lot more in detail on that one than anything else. And once I get started on it, I just won't stop. So I kind of want to save that one for the very end. Anytime now, Cactus. Do I have that wrong still? Oh, I laugh. I've got that wrong. Oh, we got it wrong. Man, that was taking forever to cook. There we go. Green paste. I don't know why we needed green paste, but apparently we did. So it is what it is. Make ourselves some green terracotta. And then a couple of these pieces through here. A couple of these and a couple of these. I think some of that. And then, oh yes, do I have vines? Well, I've got vines downstairs. So stone, stone brick. Ooh, careful. When are you going to learn? That is a pair of scissors, and I don't have any on me. I have no shears. Really? Oh, there they are. Like, I know I have shears. I have to have shears. Slam into the wall. Slam into the floor. Just slam into everything. Grab a second stone. And then mossy stone bricks. Yeah, well, that may work. It's just not as... I really wanted a different color to go. Break this up good, but that might still work. So that's not bad. That's actually really close to the gray of the andesite too, so that's not too terribly bad. Gotta replace that with something that, or yeah, that should have actually come over a little way, so I'll overhang that. That's all right. These were the other bricks that I thought would be interesting. So let's do this. Oh, you know what we can do? We can do it like that. No, it's a little too much green, I think. Nice idea. Again, just a little too much green. Okay, so I don't feel so bad then. These will be fun for... so definitely, yeah, we'll go with the mossy cobblestone there, or stone bricks, excuse me. These are fun little decoration items. So that'll help when we put light sources right behind them, and they'll become like little lights. So that works, I think. And then because we are in the nether, we should have some. I think those are a little too bright, but I like the crystal clusters. So let's see if there's other colored clusters. We do. So we just have to go look for them. I don't think we want to do a red, but maybe an orange or a yellow. Help to break that up a little. I think orange. Red and green. Yeah, orange. Orange would definitely work in here. Just gonna have to go find some. I think those will work for accent pieces. So maybe that's what we get, is we get the orange corundums. Wish I had some orange corundums. That would make this decision easier. I don't think I actually have any. Means we're going to have to go looking for it, which means cave spelunking. Oh, wait. We have some orange corundum. Nice. So the problem with me in black is if I get started on black, I will like go crazy with it. So I'm trying to not do too much with black. I think you're right. I think we can do a little bit of black. Maybe I just don't maybe some. We'll probably do black around the roofing. So they have this slate rooftop, and you can see some of it from up here. In this case, these are blue, but I like the way they look, so they could make for toppings on the towers. Yeah, it could fit with red too. So this is orange. I want to see if this will help with the lighting. That's a little shade closer towards the red. Yeah, I think the orange definitely is the better. Hey, Axe. Man, we're getting a raid today. What's up? We are in the process of... Welcome. Process of trying to figure out... I think I do. I think I like this color palette. Really works well for our nether castle. This is going to go well. So it means a whole lot of Moredo logs. I have to get that cooking. How's everybody doing today? It's actually a little early for me. I think they have the logs downstairs. But yeah, I think we can actually still stick a little bit of black in there so we can get some black concrete to go with it. Yeah, exactly. The orange, I think the orange works really, really well. I'm doing well. Heax and the Raiders. We're picking out our kind of our block design. I think for the nether castle, it's going to be sitting over top of a moat where we'll do our blood magic stuff at. So this is just trying to throw together some. I really do like that fiery texture that gives it. And yes, the orange definitely works a lot better. So let's see. We're going to have to replace that because we're going to need a lot of that log. And I think I can find, I think I should have saplings down here. Let's see. Cherry wood. Sweet blossom. There they are. Some Moredo. 7 people. Yes. That's about the biggest my stream's been since I started doing this. I appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. Yeah, oh, I forgot the turbocharger. So yeah, what we're basically trying to decide on, not really trying to decide. I think we have already come to a decision as far as the block palette is going to go for the nether castle. And then we still have 2 other block palettes to come up with. One for an overworld castle and then one for an Everdawn castle. Let's swap out this tree first. ticking to stop momentarily. Where's that Moreto? Maybe one of you here. Because I like that wood. I think that's going to work well. Take care, Hiax. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. We'll take this. We'll drop that in place. Oh, that's right. I'd have put a stopper in for that. I gotta fix that up too. There. That'll cause that to grow a lot faster. And we'll come back and we'll deal with this stuff later. Later is the common term around here. Everything's always later. Later. Oh, where can I stick? But yeah, I think I like the orange. That orange works out really nice. It's definitely... So we need to... We're going to need to get a bunch of andesite, which I actually think we can create a create machine to craft a lot of that. So that'll work out good there. So we'll build an andesite farm. The Moreto, we can just swap out the wood. That should take care of that over there. Yeah, we could do black windows. There's some actually really interesting glass patterns in this. Doors we could probably do as well. Yeah, so there's these kind of... Atom's got these like really interesting kind of glass patterns that we could do in. I think... Which one is it? Really wanted to get fancy. We could do... Where are they at? No, Crate's got them. This glass cabinet. Oh, we just go look and create. Crate's got these really cool glass fixtures that they do. Yeah. Spruce. We could do it crimson. I think, though, that it requires... Where is that from? Oh. Yeah, that's not the one we want. It's a warp. So I guess we can do spruce. Spruce would work. Or dark oak. There we go. 3 oak planks and a piece of glass. I think you got to see this. This is like freaking... what was it, like 2 mod packs ago I was playing, and I ran into that. Is that dark oak? Yes, it is. Beautiful. Glass. I don't have any on hand. It's all right. I'm going to come down here anyways. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, it's just going to keep making it because I've got plenty of that in that storage. Crate's got this really cool glass texture that they do, and I think that actually would work really nicely because that would give us that dark look that we want without being black. So you get these, it's like wood frame glass, and there's no ink. This way. Yeah, no, you can't do it that way. But yeah, you get this nice wood textured glass that we can do kind of interesting, fun things with. So we could do like little small windows out of these. Give us a nice. Yeah, I know, right? How's that for a textured window? And like I said, there's none of this crossbar hatching in between the glass, so it gives you this nice like framed window look. It's just, I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think that actually works really well with that palette. maybe I mean, I guess we could do the warp windows, but I don't think I want to. We also should try. Let's go look at that real quick. Let's go make some of those. Because I think that would also work out really nicely as well. So I'm torn. I think we're going to end up being torn on this one. Come here. This bag. I have a bag with a box for just about everything. Now, if we decide these are the windows that we are going to want to go with, we are definitely going to have to build that andesite farm sooner rather than later. Just because it uses a lot of andesite alloy. Wrong one here. Glass. I think I'm going to like these too. I think you're going to like these. These are going to look really fabulous. So we have our choice. We'll put them up side by side just so we can look at them together. Right? So there's that one. Or there's that one. I think I actually like that second one better than I do the first one. It actually flows a lot better with the rest of the design. Oh, that's just cool. Yeah, I think I definitely like the left over the right. All right, so that's got to go on the list. One andesite farm. Yep. I think I'm going to take that one over that one. Some of the stuff up real quick. Get it out of the viewing area. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I like this one much better for the castle. I think that, and that may be just the one that we end up using for all our castles because that really has a nice castle vibe to it. It really does. This is good. Don't get me wrong. I like these. These are nice, but these are better, especially for a castle. Yeah, I could actually agree with that statement. I would prefer that in my house over another castle. That's the only thing I think I'm going to have a real big issue with. So we may end up maybe putting these as a runner and then some kind of glass pane or something in the middle of it. So this gives it like an outside edge. Because I also do like the way it, for like single peaks, it works nice too. I don't know. We'll have to play around with that. Doesn't really change the fact that we need andesite farm. So andesite. Now I know you can make andesite and create. We could do it this way. But this is the way I was thinking about we would end up doing it. So we would need a way to generate lava. We need to make gravel, and then we need flint. And so that's basically the items that we're going to need. We'll have to pump that in here, throw the items, and we get andesite out the other end. So we need a lava generator. I seem to recall. Yeah, actually, I think I've got a lava generator. this may actually not be that hard to whip out. So right now we've got this guy. Yeah, this would make lava. We just have to pump out the lava. Right now we're making magma blocks because I've got plans in doing a big, huge gold farm, and so we need lots of obsidian. And so you can take these magma blocks and wash them. Just like this. Since this water doesn't actually hurt anything. And you can wash the magma blocks and you can get obsidian. Now, I'm not planning on doing like an above roof nether farm. Mostly just because I'm not in the mood to try and punch a hole through the roof in the nether. I've done that last couple mod packs. And one mod pack, I think I got myself stuck up there. It's actually pretty bad. Yeah, so you can see you can wash these things and you get obsidian, which is kind of the game plan. So my plan was to make an overworld, which means making a large, huge portals and lots of them stacked next to each other so that they'll generate zombie piglin. And then we need some eggs, and then we would have an overworld zombie piglin farm. And that works out well. But that aside, this thing is basically just taking cobblestone and melting it. And we're actually stopping it in the melting process. We could do a woodland mansion. I'm just not really certain what we would do. I guess we could do Eidolon and do a woodland mansion. Because again, that one's not very big. It doesn't really require a whole lot. So maybe a woodland style mansion out in like a dark oak forest. We could do. Yeah, maybe down over here in one of these spruce biomes or something. Oh, there's a dark oak right up there. Maybe we could do our own little woodland mansion. And then do Eidolon. Because Eidolon's a very, very small. Very, very small. It won't take much to get through this one. But we could do that over there. I've been trying to figure out where to put this at. Maybe a woodland mansion will work out well for that. But yeah, that mineral melter, if we let it go long enough, will turn the cobblestone into lava. We just have to pump the lava out. And so that actually would work. We could hitch it up to these machines because they're already producing enough gravel and flint, choke a horse. So yeah, maybe that's what we do. We'll just make another one of these. Feed all of that into the crate plunger system and make andesite. All right. That's solved. That's on the list. The Moreto tree should be growing. $64. Wow, it just goes through all of that and does not ever grow the first one. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. For the time being, let's make that ticking stop. This is not nice to anybody. Yeah, those tend to be really huge. Well, I don't know. I tend to make a lot of like really big contraptions. So I suppose if I found one, we could update Woodland Mansion. Should probably go looking for one. That would also be a nice thing to do for Adventure Night. Go terrorize. Sounds like a plan. I have to see. Well, I'll have to see if one actually generated in our world. Because again, we clipped back the size of the world, so we may not have gotten a Woodland Mansion generated. Should. We may not. So we'll look for that. Okay, so Yeah, I'm pretty sold on this. I think this is good. This will, and then we'll top it with, like I said, some of that slate down there. We can either do gray or black. I think we'll probably do black. I think there's a black slate, right? Moss. Do moss. That wouldn't be terrible, but yeah, just a normal slate. So we'll just do normal black slate on top of that. I think that'll work. And this will give us our... All right, so we have our beams planned. We have our lighting effect stuff. We have our flooring. We have our pathways, and then majority structure. So we need a vine farm. We'll need a andesite farm. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. I got signs somewhere around here. If not, we'll just make a sign. How about that? Signs? No signs. Signs? Aha, signs. Rock on. We call this the Blood Magic Nether Castle Pellet. And that's just going to sit there for right now, because I'm not going to tear it all down. That'll allow me to sit there and look at it and get some more inspiration on things. So that will work. Now we still have an overworld. We can do a Dark Oak Mansion, which that wouldn't be too bad. Do our own little fanciful Dark Oak Mansion. But that doesn't bother me. And then we have I don't even want to start thinking about the Everdawn just yet, because that'll get me in a lot of trouble. So let's go back to laying out some walls. I sit here and think about, even from a distance, that looks good. I like that. That is going to give us everything we want and then some. All right. That needs to be wall 1. And that needs to be wall 2. Ooh, too fast. Slam my head into it. Oops. No. What are you doing? Oh, Alt. Alt. Yes, you can place any block that's placeable by you. You can place with the cannon. So, I mean, we could actually technically rip up the grass here with clippers and load it into the chest next to it, and it would plant the glass as well. I'd actually kind of considered building the castle out here in the overworld where it was safe, and then going and doing a schematic of the whole castle, and then going to the Nether and then letting the cannon just rip fire and put the whole thing together in a Nether over the lava. I'd actually considered that one. I thought that would be kind of... yeah, you could fill the field with flowers in a second. Though, yeah, we could do that. We could see that happening. Let's see. So that one's ready. And then this one is going to go. Oops. Over here. Yeah, we could fill a whole field of flowers in a second. I would almost think though that if you're playing a mod pack like this one, Botania that has like Botania in it, Botania has a way of just generating flowers on its own. That's one way. I would almost say you're probably faster to run around and spam bone meal in some cases. Look at the trick shots. How did I end up in this view? Oh, you got off the wall too quickly. I wanted to see you get clobbered by the block. Yeah. That would have been interesting to see if they would actually hit him. All right, so that one's done. Give me that one. Fire away. Yeah, that's still just and watching this thing go to work and doing the things that it's doing. I think it's kind of one of the big reasons why I'm like, I think I actually just want to build one of these castles by doing it somewhere, building the whole thing up, blueprinting the whole thing, tearing it all back down, and then let the schematic cannon throw it in place somewhere. Just because I think it would be fun just to sit there and watch the thing. Just it would be very satisfying to watch as it went to work and did that. I do not know what the size of how big of a schematic that can be picked up or saved by this thing, so I don't have the answers to that. But yeah, this thing will put down anything that you can put down. It can put down, so it makes it handy. So far, that is looking like a wall. Just now I'm at, I think I want some more cobblestone because I think I actually want to build that up with cobblestone before I put in the wall, sort of like level it out. That would be a little bit more in keeping with something that's it's the details. It's the little minor things. Yes, it looks like cobblestone, but it wasn't there to start with. It had to be shipped in. Somebody man-made built the wall, so why wouldn't they have leveled it out with some kind of cheaper material? Or some kind of material for which the stuff can sit on. However you want to look at it. Smarter thing would have been just to make one of the Botania rods that makes cobblestone, but whatever. I don't. Still carrying around this sign. I don't need a sign. And we're still building on the plantation. Wow. Ah, I was curious as to where they were going to stick those.
Not good enough, eh?
You'll live, I promise. I'll grow me some bamboo. All right, back to the wall. Yeah, this is usually the very boring parts, I think, of any build is sitting back and then laying in like the foundational stuff. I don't know. I tend to find this a little satisfying. I like looking back and seeing the finished product, but Just like this base work is probably the most satisfying thing to watch. Just because it's like those YouTube videos you watch where it's like the fastest guy at this particular job or that job or whatnot. You just watch them count cards or whatever, what have you. I find it interesting, it's fascinating, and it's just fun to watch. Maybe what we should do is add in some gravel in here. Maybe I'll come back through and punch holes and put gravel in places. Just to break it up a little bit. Give it the feeling of having sat there for a while. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I am okay with the 1 block drop, but that other gap was like huge. Get out from there. We have to do a lot of things. I ran out of cobblestone. So close. Do I have any cobblestone close by so I don't have to go racing after it? The answer would be no. No. I couldn't be that lucky. Oh, I forgot all about those pieces. Maybe we put some accent prismarine in. No, I'll use that for a different build. I got some new guards. That's what that means. Lots of children. Yep. I got new guards. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. So if this is 3, 1, 2, 3, and this would be where it would butt up against the wall. All right, we are now good to make more wall progress. Come in for an oh so graceful swan crash. All right, so we need more cracked stone. We will need some more regular stone and more light gray stone. So we are definitely now at a point where we have to go and make some more resources to continue the wall. So that's just not a fun way to doing any of that. All right. Shale's still on. Let me see if I got a potion of invisibility somewhere. I think it'd be fun to go stalk a shale. Go on there. Maybe one too many of those. It's all right. It's all good. Gil's owl sight. Aha. There we go. All right. Strip right on down. No anything to give us away. And then we will be very, very quiet as we go and spy on the shale and her natural environment. Let's see if we can't find her. There she is. Yes. I look to be invisible. I hope to be invisible. Let's see. I think the shale is underground. Yep. I think it's a fair bet. There is a shale underground. So we must be very, very quiet as we hunt a shale. They don't. Oh. Ow. That's not being quiet. There she is. She seems to be digging a hole. Let's watch her interactions with this creature. Let's see. It looks like she is trying to make herself a sifter's hut. Given how much she's digging out, I would say she's making the cave digger's hut. And what we don't know at this point is whether she even realizes she is being stalked. She took off. She probably filled her bags up. She's probably run off somewhere. What is she doing? She went to sleep, maybe? It looks like she kicked somebody out of their bed to sleep. We have about another 4 minutes to watch the shale very quietly. See what she does. If she figures out what's going on, I am a dead man. Or at least she'll start fussing anyways. That'd be funny. Or she's actually watching, and so she has decided not to say anything. Not really certain which one it is. Yeah, she's got to figure out what's going on. She's just ignoring me right now. Who's this guy? Yeah, I think she's figured out what's going on. And she's just being polite and not saying anything. Which is very nice of the Shale. She tends to ignore my practical jokes, and it's just fine. One of these days, we will get her. But let's see. All right, so a number of things that need to happen. All right, so we're going to, I think we're going to end the stream here for a little while. I need to get up, stretch, move around, finish my coffee, go have a second cup. It was really just to try and get in here and catch up with some of the people that have been joining the streams from a little outside my normal stream time. I do thank everybody for coming in and visiting. It's been fun. It was interesting to get rated for the first time, so that's always fun too. Appreciate everybody showing up, and I think we'll try to make this a normal thing, either on a Saturday or Sunday. I think we'll try and stream a little bit earlier in the day, just so that we can catch up with more people as things go along. But we are also taping all the streams to our YouTube channel under the same name. So if you missed anything, you can go back there and catch it. So before the videos fall off here, you can go, well, I move those over to the YouTube channel. So in either case, I'm still invisible. I need a bucket of water. That's what I need. Bucket of water, a bucket of milk. Oh, never mind. So until next time, I'm Nori, and we've been live from the Digital Engineering. Thank you for showing